Hi, I'm Adam Khedoori, and I have with me one of my favorite clients here, Jody. And Jody's been working with me for quite some time now, and she'd really like to share some information about this because it's quite a difficult thing to explain when we don't really have the full definition for it. So Jody has an article here, but yeah, Jody, would you like to read out this article?
Yeah, this is an article from Natural Awakenings magazine from the Metro Boston edition, and it's a mother and her 8-year-old daughter spend most of their days searching for foods little Jessie can eat without having severe reactions that lead her to the emergency room. Allergic to 21 substances, unable to deal with even trace amounts of wheat or milk products, and on 2 drugs, what options does she have? After 1 hour of energy work, she eats 2 bagels with butter. For 7 months, she has been healthily eating all varieties of foods with no ill effects. Her mother beings, she got her health and we got our lives back. How can this happen? The energetic well-being process aligns Jessie's energies on eliminating the root causes of the allergic reactions, and they go away. We don't support what we want, and we don't let go of what we don't want. Our ailments and discomforts are created and supported by patterns of root causes and triggers, not unlike the roots of a 100-year-old oak tree. These are energy blockages consisting of conscious and non-conscious overlapping layers of emotions, beliefs, experiences and memories which do not foster our well-being. They limit the world we live in. Eliminating symptoms quickly is not in our normal language or thought. We have learned that our options are to reduce, suppress and live with our symptoms. From fatigue to stress to cancer to loss of happiness and passion, our symptoms serve as wake-up calls in our lives. To our credit, we believe that our innate inner wellness over time will bring us back to health. Most of the time it does, but what happens when, as in Jessie's situation, the symptoms persist, even with the application of many modalities? From the perspective of the EWB process, my symptoms are not an isolated aspect of life. They are They are my communication system with myself, saying there's some pattern I need to take care of. What if, just what if, a very profound shift can take place? What if we can erase most symptoms immediately and others within a short time? What if, by removing the blocks in the flow of our own source of energy, our ever-constant dynamic potential will naturally unfold? We rejuvenate to our natural state of health, wellness and vitality. As we remove symptoms, we activate the potential of our birthright as human beings. The EWB process enables us to identify what we need to clear away. It is simple and can be learned by the vast majority of us, including children.
Yeah, that really is well put and saves a lot of time for us because Leroy spent a bit of time putting this together, somewhat 30 years. And all the credit for the EWBP process goes to him, of course, and through the other inspirational teachers that he had, such as Cam Ewan of Ewan Method Mastery. So, in working with your issues, Jody, that you've had, and we have, as he says, we have life issues, so it's not health issues. So I wanted to make a point also that no matter how healthfully we try to live, there's so many aspects of life, like beyond physical, mental and emotional, and there's psychological and there's also psychic energies that can also affect us. And so you are quite a healthy, fit person, a bit above the average person, would you say that?
Generally, yes.
Yeah, so you do juices in the morning, and the kids are on, lots of veggies and fruits, and I guess that's what I learned as well. And I came from that background too, that we could solve everything through nutrition and detoxing. only I could see still there's lots of suffering going on, and it's not really getting to the root cause. I mean, we do have physical reactions and symptoms to food, but it doesn't get to that root cause where it performs the change almost instantly. And so, just in summary, what are some of the issues that you were having before, and and now, and how is that now?
Wow. For me, one of the biggest ones was loud noises that really made me irate. And with two young kids, obviously, you get lots of loud noises throughout the day.
Yep.
And after one session, I can now listen to my kids blow horns, bang on drums, pots and pans, and it actually makes me smile. And that's just such a huge change from feeling such a intense anger almost before, and that was something that Adam, you were able to clear, that went back to something that happened when I was 6 years old that I had no clue about. So
Yeah.
that's just a massive thing that, like you said, has nothing to do with nutrition or
Yeah. So
food.
yeah, so there is some like stuff like that, and we also now increased your percentage of thoughts that you're going strong to. And now, just I wanted to explain that is we have a thought cycles every day of 80 to 100,000 different thoughts, and because we have so many different thoughts every day, we have a percentage of positive thoughts that are strong thoughts that are keeping us balanced in our true self. And when we increase those, we feel greater joy, greater happiness, greater vitality. We age. The aging process is almost slowed down completely, which is amazing because we know that stress is the leading cause of most issues. So that's how we are able to increase our positive thoughts through this work, because we're working on a central core system. So we're believing that our body has a central core, and that central core is like a channel of energy, and is like a hard drive computer. So it holds all the data. So what we're doing is we're shifting that very quickly. So there's millions and millions and millions of bits of information that get shifted very quickly when we define 2 points. And people that are watching this may be familiar with Matrix, and it's kind of like we are getting 1 point, where is your desired state, where you want to be, and then we were getting to what is the real symptom. So what is really the thing that bothers you, and we're checking, is that the truth for this person? So it's really a process of finding that truth. So I guess the real test was for you on this last weekend, and this was quite a big story. So would you like to share this story?
Yeah, on a basic level, I had a really big weekend with my son's third birthday on Saturday. My husband's away for 7 months, so I've been doing it alone and had a lot of late nights. I'm very tired, but my sister was coming over to help clean up and organise, and she turned up Friday afternoon, and when I said that I was frustrated that she turned up later than expected, and I explained that was my expectations, but it basically blew up into something very uncomfortable and not nice.
Yes.
And yeah, there was a lot of anger there and a lot of things that were said, but when she eventually left, still Friday night, I was much calmer. I was able to see things a lot clearer very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Previously, if something like that had happened, I would have stayed in a really irate mood for days.
How would
this was
how would the party have gone?
did not very well. Whether I'd have cancelled it, I don't know, but this was literally within minutes. I think when she first left, I went into tears, and that lasted a few minutes, and then it was just this calmness came over me, and I was like, okay, moving on, let's deal with the whole doing this alone thing, and just reprioritised, and I just got on with it. I was very calm, and
Yeah.
it was really an amazing experience. knowing how I would have dealt with that, even 2 months ago, I'd say, but definitely, a few years ago as well. It was, it's come a long way.
That's really fantastic, yeah, because I had that similar experience with another client, Rosemary Butterworth, and she's been an energy worker for 35 years. She's been doing the Reiki and all those kinds of energy modalities, and it's almost like she couldn't get there to that next level. She has been doing like very successful work, and working on her issue, she had OCD, so she got quite frustrated and angry about things. And then she got a letter in the post saying that she has to change her venue after 11 or 12 years of holding that venue, saying we're not going to renew your lease anymore. And that would have been a thing that would have just blown her up for days and days and days and days and days. And then she just read it, put it back, and just walked away. And she just said, I couldn't believe it that I had so much strength inside of me now from doing this, she just did one session. So that was just phenomenal results, that, yeah, there you go.
I was just going to say, I've been doing Reiki since, 92?
Yeah.
So that's 22 years now.
Yeah.
Reiki, and like you said, all sorts of energy modalities, and for me this has been the quickest way of clearing the deep-rooted issues, whereas before you would, with the other modalities, you can have umpteen sessions and sometimes still not even get to the root cause of it, whereas with this we have been able to clear some of my root causes that I didn't even know I was looking for until they unfolded in the session, and I can feel the difference in how much calmer and happier and more peaceful I am within myself, and how much more self-awareness I have of myself.
Yeah.
And my being, in how I react to things, and how knowing how I will react will change different things. So yeah, it's blown me away.
That's fantastic. Yeah, so that's my ultimate dream, to make a difference in everyone's lives that lasts. And I wanted to make a point is that sometimes some issues, as Leroy mentioned in the article, the roots of 100-year-old oak tree means that sometimes the roots are so deep, and it could take 5 or 6 sessions at a time, like to get to the root cause of the issue. Some people feel better straight away, but then they bounce back, so there's still underlying issues there. So that's not a reason why this doesn't work, or it should work. I should also mention that this is not a cure for any medical condition, and that this is not like registered thing, so it's not like government approved. This is pretty much new science that's coming up, and it's actually been explained through quantum science now, who's really looking into this work now of instant energy clearing. I don't say healing, because healing implies that things take a time. So really we are just working on finding the roots. And you had some questions because you've been sharing this with a lot of friends, so I thought this might be a good opportunity to really help assist other people and answering questions that can give them a better perspective of this as well.
Yeah, okay. Well, probably the biggest question that I'm asked is, so how do you tap into my energy over the phone without touching?
Okay, so this is something that's been proven, and if you watch this video called "What the Bleep Do We Know Down the Rabbit Hole," they've proven that consciousness does exist. And I guess the best example of this is Dr. Izuri Moto, who is a professor in Japan who actually took water crystals, and he took these water crystals and projected consciousness of love, projected consciousness of hate, and then took these water and froze them into small water molecules, and they were frozen into different patterns. And the consciousness of these energies that we're putting out there of love and hate, of greed, of jealousy, of anger, all affected the water crystals. And it actually showed that it was possible to actually alter chemical structure. And our bodies are, on top of that, somewhere between 80 and 90% water. So because we are electrical beings, right? That's one part of the puzzle. The other part is that they've proven that every single atom and molecule in the air has a unique fabric that connects it all together. So we can feel, say for instance, even if our family member is on the other side of the world, we can feel what's going on for them. And we can actually feel that their emotions. We can feel when someone is trying to call us. It's called our intuition, and someone calls us. We're thinking about someone or some issue, and then we suddenly bump into that person. These things are not random. Our intuition, our innate intelligence is that powerful. We've just denied it. We've tried to prove it so many other ways, but now that we have proven to a level and standard that most people are accepting, really, that's how the work works. And it's really not about proof, it's about results, which I've been working with clients in Denmark, in can't remember the name of the country now. It's an internet hacking country. Some guys connected with me from what's the country called? Can't remember right now. So anyway, yeah, in America I've had testimonials from a lady. She had severe digestion issues, and we cleared all that up. And then yeah, I've worked with you over the phone, and you are in Canberra, okay, and I'm in Sydney, which is about 3.5 hours drive. So energy doesn't matter where we are, it can still get to us, and we can still feel other people's energy just by thinking about them and feeling. It's mainly just the feeling part, because the thinking can be distorted from the mind and from our perception. So we really have to use that feeling inside of us. What is this person feeling? And for a practitioner like me, I have to get completely neutral to their issues. So the more that I react, the more that whatever your issues say to me, whatever it is, if I'm not neutral to that, then it'll almost cancel out the effects of the work. So, yeah. Do you understand about neutrality?
Yes.
Yeah. So when
Also
yeah, yeah, it is a lot when you can see. I guess the best example is when there's chaos, you're seeing this peace. You're able to completely step out of that, and not not be in that picture. You can have that complete awareness of the whole picture, within one. So you have the awareness of the picture, but you are completely separated from it. There's no emotional attachment.
of it, but not in it.
Yeah, that's it. So you can be there and just observe. Yeah. So, and did you have any more questions? Does that answer that question?
Yeah, I think so. Well, you did mention before something about being scientifically proven, and that's another thing that I get asked, because I've got friends who like scientific explanations to things as opposed to feeling explanations. So
yeah, this is the conditioning of our society, that we need the proof, and the proof really is in experience. So it's not until you take a little leap of faith. And even if you don't feel that it works, and I agree with people, if they say it doesn't work for me, I don't push them. I don't push them and say, no, it works. No, it works. It's not about that. I know when people are ready to shift and they're ready to change, that they'll be ready. It's not about and there is that little leap of faith that says, okay, I'm going to trust this person with my issues. And then the other thing is too, where people get that mixed association with this could be painful, because we're going to go into issues that you had in the past, right? And in your experience, have you had any? Have we gone into anything that was been super painful or hard?
Or, no, we've cleared things that I didn't even know were issues
Yeah.
as a cause, but have cleared the effect of them, which obviously I knew the effects of this. So, no, it's amazed me at how deep you can go, how easily you can go there without any pain, without, like, all I've felt, I ring you when I'm beyond it and in all sorts of frustration or irritation or whatever the case may be. I mean, the first time I called you, your name was given to me, and I was at my wit's end because my son was so clingy and whiny. I could not walk away from him. I could not leave the room. I could not do anything. And in one session with you, I guess I called you because I was at my wit's end, which some people might need to get there. But within that one session, while he was asleep, from when he woke up, he was a different child. I could leave the room and he just laid there quietly while I went to get him some clothes or whatever
Wow.
he needed. And even in that, I was just blown away.
Yeah.
That sounds really simple.
Yeah.
That would not have happened.
So the interesting thing is that we were working through you on him, so you were a surrogate for him.
Yeah.
And on working on him, we were also working on you as well. So when we look at issues, we don't just look at just one person. We look at the whole picture, and that's where this energy work really gets into it all. Because you could call it like psychic intuition, or you could call it phenomenon, but really this is our innate intelligence. All of us have this ability, and as Leroy said, that anyone can learn it. And that's basically it. So we can actually perform work on kids as well, and the behavioral changes that you describe can actually occur very fast, from when he's sleeping to when he's waking up, because kids are very sensitive, and they feel the energy work even faster than us adults, because they haven't built up so many issues. Like, they can learn languages so fast. Yeah. So was there any other questions?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so... Oh, fantastic. Okay, so I hope this information is very helpful for other people, and that they can reach me on clearlifenow.com. That's my new company, and that's the website. And in there is a newsletter which explains a lot more about it, and there's a video explaining a lot more about the EWBP, and that is developed by Leroy Malouf of the Energetic Wellbeing Process, and his website is ewbp.com. And so thank you very much, Jody.
No worries.
Yes.
Thank you.